small that shit is. I gotta keep the phone out of the rain a little bit. Yeah, it's some nasty yards, dude. This, hold on, let me take you guys with me. This yard, well, I'm gonna go get the trimmer real quick from the truck. But this yard, it's the one I just did the video of the bush trimming. That's this yard. Remember the front yard, so I'll be back a couple days to mow the yard and probably the back. Well, that's this yard. So this backyard we're charging 65. The front yard we do for 40. So with this machine, this Kubota did a better job this time cutting this yard than the Ferris did last time. I don't know why, but I'm starting to think this Kubota cuts better than my Ferris. All right, so you guys check out this yard here real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the string trimmer. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know why I'm going to the truck. I already got it over here. What's the new mower? Ryan, that is the Kubota SZ 1936. They just came out with the stand-on mowers. Okay guys, let's get you over here for some trimming. Nasty stuff. I'll answer some of the questions when we get done or as we're going, and then I'll catch them up, of course, when we're all done. Want to see something awesome? Look, I just blasted the patio. So now that I mowed, I'm going to kick everything off the back patio so we can get it cleaned up. All day. care of that corner. Let's go and get you guys going up the side here a little bit. Well, to answer your question as a homeowner, there's benefits to gas and battery operated. It just depends what you want. Trimmer, Steel FS94, is a mean son bitch. I love this thing. It will take us only 30 minutes to do this backyard for $65. When you have the right equipment, things can go by pretty quickly. Just saying. Oh, almost knocked you guys over. Go out front. To do the front, I'll stop. I'll get in the truck, turn the AC on, and I'll answer some questions. Pretty much just the back. Just gotta trim this area. Go grab the blower real quick. grab the blower. I'm gonna let you guys look at this mower. Back. I'm not doing more than that. That's stupid. All right, get ready to go do the front, but blow her up, grab the mower, hop in the truck, answer some questions. So, you guys park it here for just one more second. I'll be right back. So think of some questions. gonna be a little bumpy here for a few seconds, guys. Okay. Hey, I tell you what, this backyard probably took me. Pull my pants up. Probably took me. Well, I did it live the whole time, so 23 minutes. But some of that I was waiting for you guys to show up. But all right. I cut it at 4.5. No way I was gonna cut this stuff any lower than that. All right. All right. Let's steer this one-handed. Next time I'm just gonna charge her $100 to do all this. We're gonna do the front yard. We're gonna sit the truck first. Gotta put our plate on, but we're not gonna do that right now. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on. Set the tripod up. Alright, let's go in the truck. I'm ready for something to drink anyways. Hold on a second. Alright. Hold on. Take my earplugs off. Balls off, man.
Nothing you've ever tried.
That was weird. I think because I got my truck. At least I was able to resume. All right. Okay, let's answer some questions. Love the Kubota 36. Own the walk-behind version and absolutely love it. Jordan, I own the 36 as well. That was 2 years ago. Bought that from William too. Oh, there we go. Bought that from William too. I love that thing. Same deck, same engine, just kicks ass, man. How often should you fertilize lawn, mine, in Abilene, Texas? Well, the best thing to do, Wade, is get with your local fertilizer herbicide place. They'll tell you, because every region's a little different. You know, it's a little drier out there. But you can fertilize, a couple times a year. Well, you can fertilize every quarter. It just depends, what you're using. So if you use Milorganite, you can fertilize every quarter. If you're going to use commercial stuff, synthetic stuff, you can do it in the early springtime twice. You can do it in the fall time when the temperatures drop back down in the 70s. How often do you sharpen your mower blades? Probably, once a week. I don't have a whole bunch of mower blades. The two mowers I have are newer mowers, so I hadn't had a chance to stock up on blades. Where my Ferris 36, I had 6-7 pairs of blades. They were all a little different. They were for different things, but for me, once a week, because I'm doing between 30 and 40 properties a week. No, more than that. Shit, because if I'm doing 8 to 10 a day, 5 days a week, that's almost 50 lawns a week, I guess. Let's see here. What is the new mower you're getting? I'm sorry, Ryan, I misunderstood you. Well, the mower in the backyard was the Kubota 36. I just bought that. The Walker mower, I don't know if you've been following, but I bought the Walker S18 model, 36-inch deck collection system. has not been doing well at all. So the dealer is trying to work out something where I can trade them and get a B23i. That is a side discharge 48-inch deck, and I can make a mulch plate for that if I want to, which I will. Because a lot of times I like to use my Ferris 48 on the front yards because it knocks it out really fast, especially on yards like this, open and not a lot of stuff maneuver around. And they have no problem getting down the sides of the house. The 48 would be done just a couple of minutes with this. A little longer with the 36, but you figure, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes quicker, 4 minutes quicker, times 10 yards. I mean that's kind of dumb, but anyways, but I have some open areas where I'd like to use that 48, that Walker, and I think it'd do real good. So having the option to side discharge and put the chute blocker plate on, which I'll make, and then mulch something up, like on certain front yards up here, you don't want a side discharge. You make more of a mess for you to clean up. As a homeowner, benefit of that. Wade, I've had electric and I've had gasoline. I've liked both. But I will always go to gasoline just because, it's a little easier for me. Well, there's a few more steps in it than electric, but I think you get, I don't know, I just prefer gas. Now, if I was just a homeowner and I didn't work, I would probably do electric. Get the most badass system out there and let that be that. I'd probably just do electric. But being that, I do properties, I do my own lawn with the same equipment I do everybody else's with, so gas for me is what I like. As gas trimmer, you're going to have much more power, but there's nothing wrong with the battery operated one. They have come a long way and just as effective. That's absolutely right. Burrows, Lawn Boys, Terps, absolutely right. Jacob recently purchased a Kubota 781/60 and is trying to convince the wife to get the stand-on 36 to save a lot more time. She's just not understanding me. Yeah, the stand-on mowers are the most productive machines. Now, we're not talking about the size of deck versus that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the functionality and the maneuverability and the agility of a stand-on mower is the most productive machine you can buy. Now, that's just my opinion, but I think I'm pretty accurate on that. Of course, the size deck of whatever mower you get is going to be the most productive than the one smaller. Duh. A zero turn, just not quite the same as a stand-on. They're longer, therefore you can't get in certain areas. Where the blades are, the front of the blades to the front of the mower is much longer on a zero turn than on a stand-on mower. And for me, when I'm trimming, using my trimmer and I'm going around, the mower that I have, I know how much room I need. Like when you get to the corner of a fence, here, and you're trimming, when I get to like here, like the last 3 or 4 feet, I cut straight over here. I cut straight up there, and I trim all of this right here. Because that way, when I get my mower here, I just do like that, and I keep on going. I don't have to go here, back up, go here, back up, go there to get all that corner. So I cut out that entire triangle with the trimmer. And some mowers, I have to trim further away from the fence because where the edge of the blade is to the edge of the machine is wider or narrower from one machine to the next. So that makes a difference too. So, when you're in whatever it is that you're maneuvering around, you can maneuver quicker with stand-on mowers than you can with zero turns. That's just how they are. You know. Let's see, 36 is the way to go. I have the right standard. Yeah, 36 is man. 30 for residentials. 36 is just the right number. But what I've noticed, like watching Danny Lanier and watching Andy and some of those other guys, in Kansas and Missouri and Indiana, things like that, it seems like everybody up there has got huge gates. Everybody's got 48s, 52s as a minimum. I'm like, well, shit, down here it's 36. And some gates aren't even 36. You got to have a 32 to get through. And some gates, you need to walk. You only got 21 inches, 22 inches. So, it just depends where you're at. But 36 is a good number. It sucks on hills. Well, I don't know why it does. Maybe it has a high center of gravity, not a low center of gravity. Maybe there's not a lot of, I do know they look slender and taller, so I could see that. But a 36 on a Ferris or a Kubota, now the Kubota 36 compared to a Ferris 36, what I've been noticing is the Kubota 36 is front end heavy. The Ferris 36, well, let's see here. Yeah, the Kubota 36 is heavier on the front end, where the Ferris 36 is a little heavier on the rear end. And I can tell by when I'm like going up on the ramp, or going up ditches like at Donna's, and I go up and go up like that, and I'm on like that. I noticed the Kubota really hugs that front end. It's real heavy because it's got a longer front. It's longer from front to back than the Ferris is, 48 and the 36. So that would make sense why it would be that way. Um, so like this would be a good mower to do that big ditch at that church I was doing when I had that 48 and I was going up those steep ditch. This would be a good one to use for that because it's front heavy, a little safer I like. But um, let's see here. What can I do to my ride-on mower to improve cut quality and performance? Well, the sharpness of the blade is the biggest thing, Wade. I don't know what kind of blades you have. Any mower, I've used all kinds of homeowner models from Murray's to Snappers to Briggs and Stratton, John Deere's, push mowers, self-propelled mowers and push mowers without self-propelled. And I've used a real mower, REEL. That was a pain in the ass. But the biggest thing is the blades. And the other thing is the height of your deck. A lot of people, homeowners, man, they'll go out there and they'll drop their deck down to 2 inches and butcher, the lawn. Look like Edward Scissorhands was out there trimming your grass. And, it's too short. So start with, if you want lush green grass, start with the deck of the mower higher. Wait that extra week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks till that grass grows up. Then cut it, at the highest deck, maybe 5 or 6 feet. If you like that height, mow the rest. If you don't like that height, drop it down 1 or 2 notches, mow that same spot again, that 5 or 6 feet. And if you like that height, then you can mow the rest of the lawn. If you want it shorter, then you go down. And that way, the rest of the lawn will be the same. Instead of you mow the whole lawn, be like, this is too tall. Do it all over again. I'm sure your mower's got plenty of power weight, so just blade height, and make sure, I don't know what kind of grass you're cutting or how often you're cutting, but sometime a discharge, either side discharge or a bagging will help give that nice quality of cut. Let's see here. What are your typical steps to doing a lawn first, second? Okay, my first thing to do, I grab the trimmer and I do the edging, and then I do the trimming front and back, and then I mow, and then I blow off the grass. But there are some lawns that when they're overgrown, I'll end up blowing twice, or sometimes, some properties I'll mow, then edge and trim, and then blow, because it just depends on some lawns like this one. The grass grows, crazy down the into the side of the sidewalk, and that soil area just wants to, grow like that, and it's super thick. So if I come in there and try to edge, what'll happen is if I edge first and not trim, like here, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Like, okay, so okay, to do that part right there, this part right here, if you want it to look good, there's a couple different ways. You can go ahead and edge it, okay? But what'll happen is, since the grass is kind of tall, you'll have some of these ones that are kind of at the edge. They're really on the edge, but with that prop blast you get from the trimmer, it'll want to fan the grass back this way. So when you go to mow, the prop blast pushes it back down, and then when you come back through and you go blow everything off, it sticks out of the crack and it's doing this. So on yards that's not overgrown but thick like this, generally I will mow first, like the edges, and then come back and just edge is all I'll have to do. I won't have to trim. It'll have that nice clean here, and then that drop off. And then of course, you want to edge up or trim around the fence line. Now, when you trim the fence line, you know, if you trim it the right way, you'll kick the grass out away from the fence, and then you mow over that, and that looks good. Some people, they'll come in, they'll mow, and then they'll trim and kicks all that cut grass onto your beautiful cut lawn, and it looks like ass. You're like, dude, that looks horrible. You know, there's some lawns you can do that on, and there's some lawns you don't want to do that on. The ones that's okay to do that on is generally kind of, crappier yards that where customers really do not care. Then why spend that extra step in time, right? Even though you're already getting paid for it. So, if the best way to do it is to trim an edge, then mow. Best way to do it. Trim, edge, trim, blow everything back into the grass, mow, then blow again. That's the absolute top-notch professional way to do it, is to blow twice. That's the cleanest look that you will ever get, ever. Because you're blowing, before you're mowing, you are blowing all of your cut grass from your edging and your trimming back into the lawn. Then you mow that, whether you bag it, you discharge it, or you mulch it, doesn't matter. It's getting all that. And then when you blow again, there's like nothing to blow off. You blow for like 10 seconds and you're done, and it looks good. Some of my lawns, my videos, I've blown twice, and then some I didn't, and you'll see how much, the ones I didn't, how much time I'm having to spend to blow everything back there. I'll thank you, and yes, I have followed along a great channel. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it, dude. What's up, Cole? Cole's in the house. What do you think about sit-down mowers? Man, I like sit-down mowers. I like sitting on my ass. I prefer stand-on mowers. I've had my fair share of zero turns, a bunch of them. Kubotas, Toros, Ferris, John Deere. Did I say Toro? Is it Toro? What else am I missing? I think that's it on zero turns. And walkers, duh. I prefer to stand up with a good suspension like Ferris, because it feels better on my back. I'm in that upright position. It's easier to get on and off. A lot of sit down and up just kind of aggravates, my body a little bit. But I tell you what, between Toro zero turn mowers, Kubota zero turn mowers, and John Deere mowers and Walker mowers, the Ferris zero turn mower with the suspension system and the suspension seat, I'm telling you, I'll give you my truck if you don't think that's the best ride out there. That is the smoothest ride you will ever find, is when you're fully loaded in a fully suspension type of mower, and you're just like, man. You hear some people say, they try to stand on a Gravely Pro Stance or this brand or that brand or ride. Oh yeah, man, they're just real bumpy. I don't think I like stand-on mowers. Okay, well, try a Ferris stand-on mower. It's freaking night and day. Like this Kubota, yeah, it cuts good, but it's still bumpy. If I had never had a Ferris and I went to this, I'd be like, dude, this is bumpy as hell, but it's still okay. And then went to a Ferris, I'd be like, oh, dude, I'm not going back. So like my very first stand-on was a Ferris, so I started at the top. And then the only reason I bought the Kubota is because I wanted something different. And originally I sold my Ferris walk behind and my Ferris 36 to buy the Walker, and then, well, that's kind of been a deal. But anyways, but I like sit down mowers. Some of those are pretty comfortable. The ones that aren't, I've had a Gravely. I had a Gravely ZT34. I knew there was another one. That might as well call that thing a rattle trap. Sound like one of them fishing lures, the rattle traps, because it just made so much damn. What do you think about that? Okay. The right base, very small casters, and also has only 18-inch rear wheels. I had the 32-inch walk behind. The same time I had my Kubota 36-inch walk behind. I got a video on it. I didn't care for it. Maybe if I got different blades, it might have been good. But it just seemed like to me that Skag 30, that's the only Skag I've ever had. That Skag did not seem to just do that well. I don't think I had it but maybe 2 months, and it was out the door. But check this out, I'm glad you brought Skag up. My buddy William at Lansdowne Moody, he already said yes, we can do it. We're going to be getting together soon, and he's going to bring out a Skag V-Ride 2. So check this out. we're going to have the Walker, the Kubota 36, the Ferris 48, and a Skag V-Ride 2 48. And we're going to demo all four. We're going to do some cool filming, and we're going to just, it's going to be awesome. So I wouldn't mind, trying one of those out, demoing it for like a week. Would I buy one? Probably would. I don't know what the suspension is like on it. It's probably like, all the mowers outside of Ferris, as far as suspension wise, on the stand-on mowers, they're going to be about the same because they all have about the same suspension. They either got the little bitty spring, the bigger spring, or the vertical or the horizontal spring system. And it's not even a spring. It's like this rubber, look like this rubber piece or something on that Kubota. I may have to get underneath to look a little bit more, but I think Ferris is the only one that has the shock and strut with it. But dude, you're awesome. I appreciate your knowledge. Oh, absolutely, Wade. Anytime, man. You can drop questions down in the comment section. Any of the videos. You can email me. The email's in the About Us section. Anytime, man. Whatever. If I don't know, then I can probably at least point you in the right direction. But I need to get back to mowing, guys. Oh shit! Look, it's raining now. See, I would have already been. Oh, I'm over here thinking I'm looking outside. I would have already been done. But let me stop. It's raining a little bit, but I can get some mowing done, guys. So I'm heading out of here, guys. I'll see you next time. I appreciate the questions and you guys, hanging out with me for a while. Have a good day.